Horseferry Road, named so for a reason, as are pretty much all these roads, I think. Yes, that is a black cab. As we come back in. Where are we? Okay, Horseferry Road. Over there, top there, that's the way to Victoria Street, St James Park, that type of thing. And Stratton Ground's up there as well, if you're so inclined. This video is about food, actually, and Lisa and I have more so Lisa than I. We're reasonably aware of food, all sorts of price levels, I suppose. I guess. And Stratton Ground is great for what it offers, as is Tatchborough Market as well, if you're inclined for that sort of takeaway food. There's that one level, if you sort of one end, if you're into the 3 stars or £70 for a afternoon tea and all of that. Okay, that exists as well. But down at t'other side of things, okay, you've got your McDonald's and all that, and if you want to get a hamburger for £1.49, you can do so. But this video is more about the places at the cheaper end where you can actually sit down and have something. I'm gonna walk back here because you see there's a lot of black cabbies around here, a lot of them. Over there.
I think that's the only car parked right now. All
and now why is that? Because they're not here like for clients, that sort of thing. We're not outside some hotel or some restaurant or whatever, right? Well, actually, let me rephrase that. We are outside a restaurant, but it's a restaurant that a lot of cabbies go to. The Astral. Okay, and that's Mornsell Street here. So Victoria Street's just up there. So we're not too far from Buckingham Palace and Westminster Abbey and Big Ben. That's just over there a bit. The river's just down there. So we're still in central London, and so yeah, someone like the Astral is what do we have there? We had, Lisa and I, a couple of weeks ago. We had a big meal. It was steak. Well, what was it? Steak and all sorts of stuff, right? Burger.
I think a sausage. And
yeah,
chips.
And it was on a big plate, and anyway, it was
enough for 2 of us.
Yeah, and that was a tenner or something.
And
oh yeah, and then I ordered apple crumble and custard, and when it came, I actually thought, and it was only one of us that wanted that, right? But when it came, it was like really big, and I thought that they had actually, given one for me and one for Lisa. It was in like a big soup bowl, but no, it was just for one, and there was a whole bunch of custard as well. And I like that kind of stuff, and it was like £3, £3 and 10 pence, and that's the sort of thing that you can find in places like this. It's not difficult to find food. I mean, even a meal for like £6. I mean, it kind of depends. A lot of cabbies go to this one because there's a lot of takeaway options, and there is at the back of it there's a sit-down place if you prefer that.
Lots of takeaway options and good prices.
And this one is open later on Sundays because there's another one we're going to go down to that has different hours, so that is something to consider, the actual hours as well. But yes, if you're in them, and the thing about it is that it's good nosh. I mean, it's not okay. You can pay a £5 for summer, and it's kind of crap. Sorry, that's a swear word. But this isn't. Okay, you probably wouldn't want to eat this every day, because it may not, do your stomach any good, unless you're working on a building site or something like that. But and you can just tell from the number of black cabs here that this is a popular place if you're in the kind of mood for that. If you like nosh, that no messing about, no frills, just food. Chips weren't bad there. When I say chips, I don't mean those scrawny French fries that so many of you seem to. Oh my God! I mean, what an insult. But no, proper chips. Place down here also has chips, and if anything is better. Okay, it's only 100 yards, so don't worry. Place down here closes at 2:30 during the week. Again, you've got to check these hours out if you're going to come to any of these type places. Place down here I think isn't open on Sundays. Oh, I just want to show the, and anyway, so you've got to check out the opening hours. There's not so many black cabbies out this one, and maybe because they don't do they don't have the same sort of takeaway choices as the Astral does. This one up here, it's more for sitting down. I mean, there is takeaway, but generally speaking, it's more for sit down. This one here, as it was where Elton John met Bernie Taupin, and this was in another film, wasn't it? What was the other film? Not the Elton John one.
Layer cake.
What?
Layer cake.
Layer cake.
Sorry.
Layered cake.
Layer cake.
Okay. So this one was in that film, and this means that if you come by here, say between 12 and 1, or it can normally the queue comes outside, and that's probably because there's a few visitors to this country that have seen this mentioned in films and feel they got to go there. But having said that, I mean, that's enough normally to put people off. Having said that, I mean, Lisa and I have just eaten there. I ate there one day last week. I mean, I had liver, bacon, chips and peas. Again, proper chips. None of this scrolly nonsense.
Really proper.
And that was £5.80. Then I had bread and butter pudding. Well, I would have had custard. That would have been £3, but they ran out of custard, so they gave me ice cream for free. But I preferred the custard, but they didn't have any. That was £3. But they don't do apple pies or rhubarb pies and all that. It was like just bread and butter pudding. Whereas the other place up there, Astral, did have apple crumble. But maybe that's just a thing every now and then. Anyway, this one.
Rock, Pride and Rocket Man. It's been featured in the BBC series
What's
Judge John Deed.
This place.
Yeah. Rescue Me and London Spy.
Okay, Regency Cafe on Regency Street. Say that Astral is just like 100 yards down there, right? And I tell you, the woman in here, right? What happens, right? You go in, you order, you pay, you sit down, and then what she does, she's got this really deep voice, and she'll go, eggs, bacon, tomatoes, fried bread, and you got to like listen out for but she's got this voice that it's
boisterous, like resounding.
Resounding, sounds like a bloke at first, and then you just got to wait for her to sort of call out or resound out whatever it is you ordered, and then you got and get it.
You can see into someone's flat upstairs.
Oh, right. But anyway, so again, this is going to be the same sort of price point as Astral. And if you're in, I swear, I mean, okay, there's no great, it's not like, fine dining and all that kind of stuff. But if you're in the mood for that, like no frills, no nonsense food, and you're in this part of London, and as I say, Westminster Abbey, Big Ben are just over there, quarter of a mile, something like that. Buckingham Palace is over there, quarter of a mile, something like that. I mean, it's not far. I mean, to drive from this point now to drive to Victoria Street, I mean, assuming everything with, normal, 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. I mean, this is kind of close to where a lot of people are going to be anyway. St. James's Park is just going to be maybe 3/4 of a mile up there. It's not far away. It really, really isn't. Stratton Ground is just over there. Westminster Cathedral is just over there, I don't know, not even 1/4 of a mile. But yet, most visitors don't come here. I mean, it's kind of a shame, really. Oh God, anything else?
Art Deco architecture, that's what they say. This is like the Art Deco period. There's a lot of art actually of the Regency Cafe inside, and if you look online, but it's really funny that a lot of people who come to London for the first time, or they may know the Regency, but not a lot of people know about the Astral.
Okay, thank you. All right, time to go.
Cheers.
Bye.